Hello everyone. So in this session, we are going to learn the CSM key terms like account, product, install base, and other terms, as well as what all customer data models we do have. So we have B2B, B2C, B2B2, B2B2, E, B2, B2C, like that. We will learn all those models, and along with that, we will also enable the plugin in ServiceNow. We will also learn about the enterprise relationship diagram and what is the relationship we have between business models, entities. Okay, so let's start. And then first, because plugin takes much time, okay, so let me start the installation of that. So to install it, what we need to do, we need to go to Application Manager and look for Customer Service Management. And you can see one family plugin, ServiceNow product, is here. You can click on this and click on install. So if you click on install, by default there are 22 to 25 plugins are there, and you can go and install it. So installation is started. I'm pushing it in background, and now going to our discussion of the functional aspect. It's very necessary to understand the functional aspects as well as the technical aspects, because when we are going to customer will ask usually multiple scenarios, as well as they'll put their requirement, and we should know the functional requirements. Then only we can explain to them whether it can be done or not. So before that, let's understand some of the terms. Accounts. Okay, what is the account? Account is actually the external customer who has bought our product for their own use. So account can have multiple employees in it, and whenever any company is using our services, so if I am a supplier, I am selling some of the product to any other organization, that organization to be listed as an account. And in ServiceNow, we have this table customer_account, where we need to maintain these account details. When we are maintaining the account detail, there is a auto-generated number. We have a account code as well, account name, primary contact, website, and addresses that we need to maintain. Account is also associated with the contract, because when we are selling some product, there will be an associated contract that needs to be signed as well, which talks more about what sort of entitlement, that is the support, we are going to provide, and who are the what all contract details are there. This is contact. These are the people. These are the person who is actually the single point of contact for this particular account. Okay. Then we have the account team. So if there are multiple people who are working for the account, all those contacts can also be managed under this particular account, and it can be related. If multiple accounts we have under one supplier, and there is a relationship between those accounts, that relationship is also maintained under account relationship. Okay. Then we have the consumer. So let's think a scenario. We are selling a product directly to the consumer. So we are not selling the product to a company. If we are selling a product to the company, that will be listed in the account. But any product which is sold to the customer directly, that is managed under customer. These customers, whenever we maintain in the CSM_consumer table, they also create an entry in user table as well. So think a scenario where we are buying a product from Amazon. So Amazon is one supplier. If we are directly buying a product from Amazon, we are listed under their consumers category. Okay. This model is called business to consumer, B2C. Same way, if some retailer is buying a product to resell it further, okay, that retailer is listed as an account to the Amazon, and that model is called B2B, business to business. Now, what is household? So let's say I have a router at home and everybody is utilizing that. We have a DTH at home, the TV services, television services, everybody in the house is utilizing, right? If we have any issues, anybody from the family can register a complaint. So the services which is used across the family members fall under household. To have the household in system in ServiceNow, we need a separate license. Let's go further. These are very, very important terms. Product model, sold model, install base, installed product, service contract, entitlement or organization. Service contract is something whenever any product is sold to any of the account or any of the consumer, there can be a service contract signed. This service contract is further associated with the entitlement, which says what sort of support we are going to give. So let's take, I am buying a refrigerator. So if I am buying a refrigerator, then a service contract is signed directly with the seller, and which might says like I have 3 years warranty, and in the 3 years I can have 6 visits, right? So entitlement will have like I can have 6 visits. So entitlement units are usually in how many cases we can log and how many hours support can be provided. So we can say 6 hours support can be provided in 3 years, and that all those terms and conditions are written in service contract. Service contract might says whenever we log an issue for any product, the issue will be resolved in 48 hours. All those terms and conditions are part of service contract. Now the product is the actual product which we bought it, or on that the company is selling and providing the support. This product is not always a tangible product. It can be intangible as well. So like refrigerators, houses, cars, these are the tangible products. We can physically touch them, right? Intangible products are some services like our DTH services, broadband services, our data plans, Amazon subscription, Netflix subscription. All these are intangible services, but these are also products. We also have a contract. We also have the entitlements and all other related entities here. Okay. Now product model. So let's say we are buying a refrigerator. So let's take a refrigerator example for all these terms. So refrigerator is a product. Now which model refrigerator it is, right? So it might be Whirlpool, intelligent sensor, or Autofrost, any model, right? They might give the model as Whirlpool 2024, the Whirlpool 2025. So that product model does contain what specific version or configuration of that product is. Now, whenever that product is sold to any of the customer, it also marked under sold product. So in ServiceNow, we have the related list where which product is sold against which customer is listed. So under account related list, we have the list of sold product as well. Okay. So in this case, if company is buying a refrigerator, then it will be mentioned at the sold product. This sold product is further connected to the product model table, which says I bought a Whirlpool 2025 model. Now install base and install product. Installed product is the actual product that is installed at the location. Okay. So here the refrigerator is actually the installed product. Install base could be the software which is installed as part of the intelligent sensor or Autofrost, right? So there might be a possibility that software is not working. So install base item is that presents the product installed or used by the accounts and the consumer. So any specific item that is used to do that. So if there is a UPS that is also aligned, right? That is also fall under install base item, installed product. Now service contract we spoke about, entitlement we spoke about. Now service organization and business location. So think for a franchisee concept where one company is having the multiple franchisee locations at multiple cities. and they also have a tie-up with the other service provider. So let's take the Airtel example, where Airtel is providing services across India as well as multiple other countries as well. But in other countries, we have the specific providers. Like if we take the example of USA, we have the T-Mobile, AT&T, right? What if some Airtel customer goes abroad to USA and want to utilize the Airtel services? So they can only utilize if Airtel has a tie-up with any of those service providers, and those service providers are actually also fall under different service organization, but because of the tie-up, because of the contract, they do support each other. And when we have this concept, as well as when we have the franchisee concept, where one organization is having multiple offices at multiple locations, we need this concept: service organization and business location. Okay, this requires a separate plugin in ServiceNow to install it. So these terms are very, very important to understand before we go further. Let's have a little more deep dive on this these models like B2B, B2C, what we are talking here, right? So customer data foundation, this is called CDF. Okay, we spoke about B2C, where companies sell the product directly to the consumers. So C stands for consumer, B stands for business. Business is for your account, company. So company is selling the product directly to consumer, called B2C. When company is selling the product to another company, that is called B2B. When consumer is buying the product from the retailer, okay, to support the consumers who bought the product from the retailer, that this model says B2B2C. So when we buy a refrigerator from any of the retailer shop, then the warranty is provided by the service provider, the main service provider, Whirlpool, for an example, right? So Whirlpool is the first account who is selling it to the retailer, and retailer is further selling to the consumers, but my warranty is given by the seller. This model is called B2B2C. So this is consumer, not this one. Okay, and B2B2E is to support the employees who are actually working or utilizing the service. So this model is used to support the employees, the centralized fulfiller by the single provider of a business customer other than the designated contacts. So we are talking here not only for the single point of contact to whom we are getting the services. If any organization buys some product, B2B, right, and if that product is further utilized by their own employees, then this model is called B2B2E. So when this is in this model, probably these employees are going to get some sort of premium support rather than the consumers. That's why this model is in picture. Let's go further and understand the entity relationship diagram. So what is the relationship we do have? So we have customer. Customer is nothing other than the account. Okay. So customer and account, these are two different entities. Partner. What is the difference between account and partner is? Account is the company whom we are selling the product. But partner could be the person who is helping us to sell the product. Okay, so it's not always the company. So when we say the company or the account might be utilizing the product for themselves, but the partner might also be selling it further. So they are utilizing as well as they are selling it further. In that case, that partner is called the company as well as partner, account as well as partner. Okay, if it's only a partner, that always sell it to others. They are not buying any of the product for their own utilization. Okay, in that case, if they help us in getting some revenue out of it, they fall under partner. So in ServiceNow, we have this account concept. Account does have the contact. Contact, when we talk, we have a primary contact. When we talk about the partner account, other than account, okay, it also stored in the same table where we have a checkbox to segregate whether it's a customer or it's partner. Partner also does have the partner contact and also stored in the customer contact. Third type of users or organization, I can say the concept which can utilize the resources is household. So we spoke about the household family members, right? Where one family is utilizing one of the services and that service is basically utilized by all family members. All those people of that family is fall under the CSM consumer, and this is fall under CSM household. Last, we have the consumers who are directly buying the product from supplier, right? So all those are fall under CSM consumer. So here you can say these are the individual people who are managed, and these are the organizations there. Let's go further and understand more about this models B2B, B2C. So B2B is when company is selling the product to the account, that is called B2B here. This account can have the further customer account, further partner accounts. They can have the further contact and partner contact. So to sell their product, they might have the further utilizing other accounts. They might also be selling it further, right? And those people might be selling to the others. So every account should have the contact, primary contact. Every partner should have the partner contacts. Then only any product can go to the market. Okay. So this shows B2B. B2C is when company is selling the product directly to the consumers. So in B2C model, we have the consumers and the household. Okay, household are basically the family members to whom we are selling the product, any services, and consumer are the direct consumers who are utilizing the market product. Now, another concept is B2B2E, where the accounts and their employees are utilizing the same product. They are not only selling it to the further market, right? They are also the consumers. That model where account plus consumers fall, where this concept is called B2B2E. So in case of this B2C, you can see we have a authorized representative, head of household in case of households. Okay, and here when we are selling directly to B2B, we have the requester, we have the contact admin who can manage these contacts for each account. Okay, so here you can see at right side, this is the organization who is selling the product, and these are the companies or the consumers who are basically paying for goods and services, who is using these goods and services, and these are the contact people who are the direct consumers of the product and representing the business consuming or service, and the access which is required to these people is here. Now let's go in depth for B2B and B2E model. So B2B, if you want to understand, you can skip this employee part. Let's take one of the medical devices example here. So medical devices seller is selling some of the products to providers, hospitals and clinics. So these are the accounts. We have multiple hospitals listed as an account for this particular seller. So think for a CT scan machine. CT scan machine is basically sold to multiple hospitals, multiple service providers, multiple clinics, right? And the contact people for that particular organization are the doctors and clinicians who are basically going to use that product on their patient or the family members. So if they use it on their family members or their own employees, that model called B2B2E. If they are only using for the patients or the further consumers, that model might get B2B2C. But if they are selling further to these people, right, then in that case, that model, that service provided by the initial service provider only, that case is called B2B2C. So another example, universities, where if they are affiliated for certain schools, colleges, right? So these are the accounts for them. Now we have the people, professors, who are basically can contact for any issues to universities. So these are the contacts. The people who are actually working in these schools are students or the parents and household who are actually consuming those services. That is called the employees of that. That model is called B2B2E. Okay, this is the relationship diagram. We try to create it. Let me see if I can zoom it a little bit. Yeah, so let's understand this. Account is having multiple contracts, that is managed under customer contract, so has contact. Account has the contracts with multiple other accounts, and that is fall under AST_contract table. Okay. Account is associated with the assets. These are the sold product. So account owns the asset. These are your sold product to the company. And any case, any issues related to that accounts are connected or mentioned in SN customer service case. So we are talking here B2B model. Okay. If we go further, the contract is further connected to the assets. So each asset can have its own contract, right? Every contract has the reference contract, and in case any case is related to that, then it should be also related to the contract. So whenever a case is created, okay, what is case? So in CSM, the issue is logged as a case. Okay, in ITSM, any issue is logged as an incident. We have a similar entity in CSM is called case. So think for a scenario, you are buying a product, again, refrigerator. Now a refrigerator is having some issue. We are giving a call to the customer service. Okay, so customer service people are going to raise a case. Now, if you want to learn more, please go through my previous videos on this. Now, the case is connected to the contract because people who are working on this particular case should know whether is it a valid contract anymore or not. And these contracts are further connected to the sold product. Case should also be related to the sold product. The customer entitlement, whether customer is utilizing the service under the limited entitlement mentioned over there, or their entitlement window is already exceeded. That information is mentioned under the entitlement against that particular asset. Okay, so and that is further connected to the sold product. This product is for the specific version. That's why we have connection here with the product model table as well. Let's go further. One more example we can take. So let's say we have one account. Okay, and this account, or to maintain this account, what all details we need? We need the contact. Those contact are the primary contact or the support contact. If this account is selling further products to another account, then we can set up the account relationship. So the contracts which are managed here, we need to maintain the contact relationship. So this layer talks about what sort of relationship we need to maintain in system. And you can see if it's account, we need to maintain the account relationship. That part, this type could be the customer or partner. Any contact relationship, we need to set the responsibility in system so that later on we know whom we need to communicate in case of any issues, in case of any renewal, in case of any further escalations. Okay, so account manager, support manager, escalation manager, we can maintain the responsibility in system. Now, as I said, when we make an entry in the account contacts, then it makes an entry automatically to the user as well. Okay, Now this user could be the primary spot, it could be the account team member. That we also need to mention here, and it goes under same responsibility. Every account needs to have a primary address and a communication address as well. Okay. Now, if this account has multiple franchisees, there might be the multiple addresses also. So addresses also to be maintained against the account in the system. Now this particular account is further connected on the sold product. So any product that is sold in ServiceNow, we have the related list for all these reference data, locations, entitlements, contracts, install base, sold product. Okay, and we need to maintain these data as well. In case there are related cases, case task, interaction, work orders, these are the interaction record. These are also connected in system in related link against the account. Okay. So let's go little step further, where if we are taking a workshop with the customer, we first need to understand what business model customer is working in. Based on that, okay, we need to understand and capture the information. So if customer is selling the product only to the retailers, they are not having a direct connection with consumers, we can ignore this B2C model related data. But if they have a they are selling the product to the customers as well as consumers, we need to maintain all details related to B2B and B2C. Now what all detail we need to maintain? We need to maintain the product models, that is sold out, sold product, install base items, contract, entitlement, and configuration items. So configuration items basically comes out because from sold product and install base product. External data also we need to maintain to ensure in the customers are able to communicate with the suppliers. Okay, so we need to maintain the customer data like accounts, contacts, partners, their name, phone and address, who is the primary contact, who are the other contact. In case of consumers, we need to have the consumer data, consumer and name, phone and address and other details. Household, that is for B2C, and we need to activate a separate plugin. So this is kind of service which we are using in the family, and all family members are entitled to give a call to customer care to log a case. Internal data management. Okay, so this layer is for product. Second layer is for the external users who can connect with the service provider or supplier for any of the product. This is where we have the case and other details, but to manage it, we need the internal staff. So all employees, staff and fulfillers are part of agent managers and support groups. So we need to have all this information. If it's a outsource or other service providers, then in ServiceNow, we need to enable few more other plugins. Okay, then only we can manage all other locations. And some of them are a separate license plugins. Roles and responsibility. So based on whether it's an agent or these are the external contacts, we need to maintain the roles. So locations agents, location contributor, location managers, we have multiple roles in system which we need to assign to the individual users so that they can manage this system. So there might be the agent fulfiller groups. Roles can also be assigned to the fulfiller groups. Okay, now let's have a look how Now Assist can help in CSM. Okay, so in CSM we have the workspace that is called CSM FSM configurable workspace. If we have the Now Assist enabled, and Now Assist is again separate license product, if it is enabled, it will help in multiple ways. So chat summarization, case summarization. If we have a discussion going on with the customers, and in case it's a longer discussion and agent shift changes, in that case Now Assist can help to summarize the all conversation happened so far. It can be for the same day, it can be for the historical days as well. Similarly, it can also summarize the case. If it needs to be escalated, probably the escalation manager would require a case summarization so that they can understand it quickly and take the action. Now Assist in AI search also helps it. And we have the Now Assist admin module now to manage all AI related, Now Assist related solutions. Okay, now few more things. Call summarization. So email recommendations. So if there are any call, okay, then it generates the real-time transcript for the agent. In case there are any communication gap, all those can be filled using this call summarization. Email recommendation. So if we are getting some email from the customer and we want to reply it, Now Assist will automatically write the body based on the question asked by the customer, and it will try to take the help of the knowledge articles to do that. It will take help from the details it has in the same case and other related cases as well. So it will try to put some recommendations on the body of the email, and agent can quickly review it and submit it to send to customer. And that's basically very effective way where agent need not to type all the things manually. Resolution notes and knowledge generation. So in case any gaps are found and knowledge articles are not related knowledge articles are not created in related case, then it helps to generate the knowledge articles as well. Resolution notes. So once any case is resolved, okay, it summarize and create the resolution notes also. Okay, now let's go to the ServiceNow and we can have a look on the account, and we can see the related component in ServiceNow. So we can see customer service management is fully installed and all plugins are installed so far. Now search for the customer, and this particular module is visible. So if you go to overview, this will show the dashboard. Okay, but for now let's go to the account that we are intended to see, and let's see if we have some sample data for household and household members. Okay, so as a sample we have multiple accounts in system, and you can see one account we have for Boxio, and for the location wise also Boxio USA, EMEA, Boxio Canada, France, Germany. We have multiple subsidiaries. So let's open it and then see what all associated contacts, and other related entities we have there. Okay, so here you can make a note. Account does have a number. It has a primary contact mentioned. Some registration code is there. There is a checkbox whether this is a customer or the partner. So we have the customer. That means the product which is sold to the Boxio will be used by Boxio only. Okay, we have the address related details here. In case any related entities are here, you can see here we have all these related accounts: Boxio USA, EMEA, Canada, and APAC. The EMEA does have further connection with Boxio France and Germany. Okay, so we have this parent account here. So in these accounts, the parent account is added. That's the reason we can see them in hierarchy. So this is the parent view. Now if we go further details, this particular Boxio account, if has any account level email ID, that can be mentioned here. Okay. Any further details like this is related to which industry, that can also be maintained here. Date of incorporation, any trademark, any other account level details can be marked here. Now this particular account has one primary contact, that is Julie Lewis, and there are multiple other contacts also, that is mentioned here. So all these contacts can reach out to the particular service provider who for any of the product related issues. But what all those products are we talking about? We are talking about the assets mentioned here. So these are the assets which are used by the Boxio, which are sold to the Boxio. Okay, we have associated contract, that is Boxio 3-year service contract, and what type of support is there, that is in entitlement. So we can say 24/7 customer support is there and premier support is there. There are two type of entitlements are given. Now support is very specific to the specific products. Okay, so premier support is for this particular product and 24/7 might be for all other type of product. Okay, let's again go back to the assets, and you can see here KX series, KX 5000, right? So this is the product model. So any product model fall under this particular category will be provided as in premier support because it's mentioned here in premier support. Now there are total 16 cases has been reported so far. Account address, if there are multiple addresses, those can also be maintained here. So this is the type: billing, shipping, mailing, and this is cloud operations. So we have two type of address mentioned here so far. It has further 4 related accounts, okay, and which is mentioned here. If we go to the account relationship, is customer off. So that is one account relationship we have, and to this account. Okay, so is customer off, Unity system. We have other type of relationship that can also be maintained here. If we see account team members, here we have the responsibility mentioned, like if we have account manager, preferred technician, all these can be mentioned here. So any related contacts, cases, assets, contract, all these details can be mentioned under this account. Accounts can also be escalated. Okay, so if anybody is having multiple issues related to the account, then escalate account function can be used. So in ServiceNow, cases and accounts both can be escalated. Okay, let's go further in the contract. If we can see more detail. So this contract has 12 associated cases. Okay, it does not have any more detail. Let's go to the household. So in household, head of the household is one, and other family members, that is also to be listed. So you can see current members, these are the consumers for any household entity which is sold out. Okay, we have current members, all members, member relationship, all that list is here. Okay, so now we have this household team where we can say this particular user is the relationship manager. Any associated case will also be listed here. Now let's go through some of the partner details and see how it is different from the account. So we have two partners mentioned. One is Unity and Vector. If we go here, you can see this is partner as well as customer, and we have similar data because the data which is stored in the table is actually same as account table. Okay, we have similar details here. So 3 contact, 2 account relationship is maintained for this particular partner. We can also quickly have a look on workspace, CSM, FSM, configurable workspace. Okay, so this is overview page which talks about high priority cases, SLA not updated more than last 3 days, active cases, and so on. If we go to list view, we can see the cases, case task, major issue management, and whatever customer data foundation related data we can see on the modules, those are also be visible here. So CSM agent needs to work on the CSM configurable workspace, and they can manage all related accounts and entities using these modules and menus. Okay, now let's quickly also have a look on one of the case, and we can see what all information is actually captured in a case. So let me find one Boxio related case only. So case is loaded, and on the case load we can see the special handling notes. So this is for the agent in case any specific handling is required, any changes are done, all these can be maintained under a special handling case, like urgent issue reported, change in the entitlement, so that other agents, if are working later period on this, they should be able to have a look on special handling case and take the action. Okay, all customer related information, the primary contact, priority of this particular case, all these are mentioned here as well. Customer, who is actually the contact, who is the primary contact. If we can see the more details related to like email, phone, and other details we can hear. The SLAs are also timeline, and the SLA is also mentioned here. Okay, this particular case has all basic details as well as any related link to the case. Like if this case turns into the work order, the related work order will be visible here. In case we need to send the email, then emails can also be composed from here and those can be sent as well. Okay, so work orders can be created here. In case any email to be sent, it can be composed from here and it can be out from ServiceNow. So agent only need to walk through or go through this particular case record, and this case record is actually connected to all other related modules in ServiceNow, and they need not to browse or change the page or switch the page from here to there. That's all for today. In next session, mostly we will go through the guided setup, and we'll see how we can set up ServiceNow CSM module. Okay, so here we have the guided setup and we will go through this. Thank you.